Hello there, Assalamu alaikum. You're now with me, Shira Abang Mansour, for TVS English News at 5, our top story. In a significant milestone for healthcare excellence in the Asia-Pacific region, SARAWAK Heart Centre has been acknowledged as one of the foremost specialist hospitals, cementing its reputation as a world-class destination for cardiac care and treatment. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato Sri Dr. Sim Koo Hian said this recognition places it among the elite echelons of specialist hospitals in the Asia-Pacific region.
Do you know that out of the top 100, our heart center is the only one from the public hospital in Malaysia making it? If the federal government has given us adequate funding every year, right, I am very confident that our heart center can be in the top 10, like in Singapore Heart Center sitting at the 3rd.
In addition, Dr. Sim said this recognition is the result of support from the Sarawak government and related parties such as non-governmental organizations, NGOs, private parties, medical experts and patients. The Sarawak Heart Centre has successfully treated more than 245,000 patients in Sarawak since its establishment 22 years ago. Hence, this recognition further underscores Sarawak's emergence as a hub for world-class healthcare.
A clerk found herself in a challenging predicament after falling victim to a phone scam, resulting in a substantial loss of 280,000 ringgit. The victim, a woman in her 60s, recounted that her ordeal began with an initial phone call from an individual allegedly claiming to be an officer from the Ministry of Health. During the call, she was falsely accused of a crime related to the possession of a significant quantity of painkillers, an allegation denied by the victim.
Sarawak Police Commissioner Datuk Muhammad Azman Ahmad Sapri said the victim received a call from an individual claiming to be Sergeant Azlan, who falsely accused her of money laundering. To facilitate the supposed investigation, the victim was coerced into transferring 280,000 ringgit through 9 transactions to 3 bank accounts, which occurred between August 10th, when the initial call was received, and early September. The victim reported the scam on September 11th, and the case is now under investigation under Section 420 of the Penal Code. Osman urged the public to remain vigilant against such scams and advised notifying spouses, family or friends about suspicious calls or messages before making any decisions.
In the same development, Azman reported yet another scam incident involving a 70-year-old pensioner lost a total of 103,000 ringgit after he was misled into an alleged involvement in money laundering.
On August 24th, the victim received a call from an individual from a courier company informing him of a package containing an identity card and bank cards. When the victim denied any knowledge of the package, the call was transferred to a person posing as ASP Mokhtar from Ipoh Police Station. Similar to the previous incident, the victim was falsely accused of involvement in money laundering, and as a result, the victim made 4 transactions to 2 different accounts by the end of August. Subsequently, the victim was instructed to delete all conversations and receipts related to the transactions on September 11th. The case is currently being investigated under Section 420 of the Penal Code.
Welcome back. Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and Raja Pemaisuri Agong Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria are expected to arrive in Kuching this evening. The 10th day of the Kembara Kenali Borneo tour would comprise a 398 kilometers journey to the state capital. Earlier, the royal couple and their entourage visited the Cebu Central Market for breakfast and a tour of the market. Their Majesties also performed their Zohor prayers and had lunch at the Bandar Sri Aman Mosque and visited Fort Alice, a fortress built during the Brooke era in Sarawak. Later today, Al-Sultan Abdullah and Tunku Azizah are scheduled to attend the closing ceremony of the Kembara Kenali Borneo program and a dinner with the Sarawak state government. Their Majesties are accompanied by the Pahang Regent Tunku Hassan Al-Ibrahim Alam Shah Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah, Tengku Panglima Raja Colonel Tengku Amir Nasir Ibrahim Shah, and Tengku Ahmad Ismail Muazzam Shah. Meanwhile, on Istana Negara's Facebook posting earlier today, Yang di-Pertuan Agong Al-Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Billah Shah and Raja Pemaisuri Agong Tunku Azizah Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria extended their condolences and sympathy to King Mohammed VI, as well as the government and families of the victims of Morocco following the earthquake that struck the country last Friday. Their Majesties and Malaysia as a whole stand in solidarity with the people of Morocco and pray for the swift rescue of the victims still trapped under the rubble and for a speedy recovery for those injured. The devastating earthquake was reported to have claimed 2,862 lives and injured over 2,500 others. The death toll following the aftermath of Morocco's biggest earthquake has rose to over 2,800. Massive graves were dug to bury the dead bodies, while survivors of the horrific incident had to find solace in Marrakesh Square as traffic and tourists passed by.
As of press time, Morocco State TV reported a total of 2,862 deaths, while 2,562 were injured. Since many of the quake-hit areas remain inaccessible, Moroccan authorities have not issued any estimation for the number of missing people. Fortunately, search and rescue operations are now aided by teams from Spain and Britain. Meanwhile, Algeria has also allocated 3 aircrafts for the purpose of transporting rescue personnel and aid. The country also stated that they are looking forward to receive more assistance in their operations.
Meanwhile, in China, former typhoon Haikui's relentless rains triggered over 100 landslides, trapping 1,360 residents in floods and claiming 7 lives in China's south. CCTV images captured widespread flooding in Guangxi and Guangdong provinces, with emergency teams using rubber dinghies for rescues. Yulin City suffered 115 landslides, while Yangjiang evacuated 13,200 people. Scientists warn that typhoons in China are growing more intense and unpredictable, increasing disaster risks even in well-defended cities like Shenzhen. An international team of rescuers have successfully rescued a U.S. explorer who spent 9 days trapped deep in the narrow tunnels of a Turkish cave with internal bleeding. Mark Dickey, a 40-year-old explorer, was reported to have developed stomach problems while examining the depth of the Morka cave, a remote complex of twisting underground passageways in southern Turkey's Taurus Mountains.
The cave, being Turkey's 3rd deepest, reaches nearly 1.3 kilometers below ground at its lowest point, and according to rescuers, it was one of the largest and most complicated underground rescue operations ever mounted. Hungarian anesthesiologist Sofia Zador, who had been in the cave for 7 days to help Dickey, said the cave's terrain was difficult to navigate due to small narrow passages and muddy shafts.
This was the first big rescue for me as a doctor, and this was the first time that I had been this long in a cave, basically. This is quite a difficult cave because there are some small narrow passages and the shafts are quite muddy, so it's not the easiest cave to travel.
Meanwhile, he said the biggest challenges for the rescuers were the steep vertical sections and navigating through mud and water at low temperatures in the horizontal sections. In addition, he said there was also the psychological toll of staying inside a dark, damp cave for extended periods of time. Around 190 experts from Bulgaria, Croatia, Hungary, Italy, Poland and Turkey took part in the rescue, including doctors, paramedics and experienced cavers. The team, comprised of a doctor and 3 to 4 other rescuers, took turns staying by his side at all times.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvstv.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And before that, your feedback matters, so be sure to scan the QR code at the top right corner of the screen. And those were the updates on TVS News at 5. I'm Shira Abang Mansoor. Thank you for watching.